Hello, I'm Debbie Bell, hosting for FinextraTV here at the Temenos Community Forum in Vienna. And I'm joined by Hani Hagras and Gable from Temenos, both from Temenos. And we're chatting about AI and financial crime. So welcome to you both.
Thank you, Debbie. Pleasure to be here. Thank you for having us.
Debbie, hi.
It's lovely to have you here in the studio from what I feel has been a very successful TCF.
Yeah, I think so. There's a real buzz about it. Yeah, and in a great city as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Great city, great conversations.
Yes. Great croissants.
And good, that as well. So Adam, if I may go to you first. With instant payments rolling out in many different regions, what does this mean for financial crime mitigation?
Yeah, it's a good question. Instant payments, by definition, demands real time. It demands everything happening very quickly. From a financial crime perspective, it means these checks need to be very quick and very accurate. And the fallout, if this doesn't happen, what this means is, customers' payments, they're expecting, this great user experience, they're expecting instance. And if, for example, a check ends up on a queue, an alert to be dealt with manually, this interrupts that customer experience, it leads to loss of goodwill. Equally, if the checks aren't accurate and customers are being defrauded unnecessarily, again it leads to loss of goodwill. We know that customers, as they move more and more online, brand becomes all important. So this becomes really important on banks to execute these checks very quickly and very accurately. And I think the last thing I would add to that is, of course, as checks are occurring, there will always be an element of those that need investigation. Now, as I said, if that in itself takes time, slows down the process and damages the customer experience, but equally, that's a cost and an overhead for the bank. So those banks move into instant really need to be thinking in advance about the systems and processes they have in place, ready for this move.
Absolutely. And in terms of AI, Hani, from what you're listening from Adam, what's the role of AI in this?
AI will have a very important role to play here because artificial intelligence will be responsible for making sure that we generate models which can follow all the different kind of regulatory requirements, enabling different kind of banks and financial institutions to use artificial intelligence with complete trust. The key to do this is to use explainable artificial intelligence, where the generated models are going to be easily understood, analyzed, and most importantly augmented and audited by the business users and the regulatory authority. For the user, this means more automation. So most of the payments that would have been stopped unnecessarily for investigation will be going straight through, while making sure that there is a good audit trail of why and how they have been released. This is very important because without this, it's going to be very difficult to scale up with a huge amount of payments and much expanding sanction list that we are seeing, and enabling us to serve more customers and allow faster payments to be made.
And that's on the payments side, but how would you say AI and automation can help prevent financial crime? And also we've got to look at maintaining compliance.
Yeah. So artificial intelligence can help in different kind of parts for financial crime mitigation. It can help in sanction screening, automation of sanction screening, making sure that we can carry this kind of process while stopping all the true hits and allowing the vast majority of the false positives to go through. It can also help in detecting automatically fraud, while enabling us to understand not only if this is a predicted fraudulent transaction or no, why this is happening. Fraud is a continuous battle. We have always to understand how the fraudulent entities are working in order to have different kind of mitigation schemes against them. It can be very important also for anti-money laundering to make sure that we are stopping this at source, while allowing all the other transactions to go straight through. Without explainable AI, and I have read to point here that opaque box models are not accepted by different kind of regulation authorities because nobody understands how they work, they cannot justify if a payment is stopped, why it has been stopped, and therefore the only way forward with this is really explainable artificial intelligence.
Explainable artificial intelligence.
Yes.
And Adam, would you like to add to that at all?
Well, I think the thing I would say, going back to your opening question about what does instant payments demand from a financial crime perspective, it is smart modern systems, smart systems that can take advantage of cloud computing, for that elastic compute power that's there on demand for peak loads or business growth, and we need tools like this, embedded AI, which is what Temenos have been focusing on, in there. Of course, we all know AI helps, and AI can is very beneficial, but it's the explainability that is really important here. It's only explainable AI that can be read and understood by humans that is regulatory acceptable. So this is what Temenos have really been focusing on, and I think that would be my key takeaways really.
And let's talk about regulation. How would you say Temenos is helping banks comply?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. We put a lot of focus, as I said, into leveraging these technologies. What we've taken to market is a suite of financial crime mitigation services covering sanction and PEP screening, transaction monitoring, IML transaction monitoring, payment fraud mitigation, and KYC risk scoring. As I said, a lot of the focus is on leveraging cloud, the hyperscalers, those kind of things, but also we're building that as a SaaS solution so clients can very easily consume that as a service, where we, on the Temenos Banking Cloud, take the task of actually running the solution for our clients. And that means ensuring things like high availability, ensuring resilience and those kind of things.
And I believe you've had some success with regulation.
Yeah, I mean, the use case that Hani's talking about, we worked with a big bank, took this to market. They, of course, are a regulated body. They have to take it to their regulator. So these models have been accepted by regulators, which of course is quite distinctive in the compliance space.
Absolutely. And as we bring the interview to a close, is there anything you'd like to add, Hani?
Well, I think as has been shown, and I think you can find all over the news, artificial intelligence is going to play a transformative role in our society. But in order for this to be done, like any kind of industrial revolution, it has to come with the safety guards and allowing it to be deployed with its full potential with trying to mitigate its own risks. And a very important tool to be employed here when it comes to decision making is explainable artificial intelligence.
Excellent. That sounds like a good place to end our chat. So, Hani and Adam, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.